After God's powerful defense of Israel in the Balaam story, this chapter takes a dark turn. Instead of being cursed from the outside, Israel falls from within. By giving in to sin, idolatry, and sexual immorality with the Moabites, it leads to a deadly plague and a bold act of zeal from a priest named Phinehas. Okay, first part is Israel commits idolatry and immorality, verses 1 and 3. While camped at Shittim, Israelite men begin sexual relations with Moabite women. These women invite them to sacrifices for their gods. The men eat and bow down to Baal of Peor, a Moabite idol. God's anger burns against Israel, okay? Lessons. Israel couldn't be cursed from outside, but they fell by compromising with sin. Second, the enemy often tempts with pleasure when attacks don't work. Okay? So second part is God commands justice. A plague begins. Verses 4 to 5. God tells Moses, take all the leaders of these people and kill them, so that my fierce anger may turn away. Moses commands the judge to execute those who join an idol worship. Meanwhile, a plague begins killing many, okay? So third part is Phinehas acts boldly. Verses 6 to 9. While the community is weeping before God, an Israelite man brings a Midianite woman into his tent in full view of everyone. Phinehas, son of Eleazar, the priest, grabs a spear, goes into the tent, and kills both the man and the woman. This stops the plague, okay? So 24,000 people die from it before it ends. Lessons. Sin tolerated spreads quickly and begins destruction. Phinehas shows zeal for God's holiness when others were passive, okay? So, God honors Phinehas, verses 10 to 13. God says Phinehas has turned my anger away. He was as zealous for my honor as I am. God makes a covenant of peace with him. Peace. He and his descendants will have a lasting priesthood. Lesson. God honors those who stand boldly for what is right, even when it's hard or risky, okay? The fifth part of this beautiful chapter is the offenders are named. Verses 14 to 18, okay? The Israelite man was Zimri from the tribe of Simon. The woman was Cosbi, a Midianite princess. God says the Midianites are now enemies because they deceived Israel into sin, okay, as we saw previously. So, themes and lessons from this chapter from Numbers 25. The first lesson is the greatest danger often comes from within. Balaam couldn't curse Israel, but temptation succeed where sorcery failed, okay? Second, compromise with sin leads to death. Pleasure, idolatry, and rebellion brought a plague that killed thousands. Third lesson, zeal for God is honored. Phinehas' bold actions saved many lives, and God rewarded him with the lasting covenant, okay? Let's take a look at his name pronunciation because I don't think I'm saying it right, okay? No, hold on a second. Let me fix that. Phineas. Okay, the fourth lesson is God is merciful, but He's also holy. He provides ways to turn from judgment, but He doesn't ignore sin, okay? So, Numbers 25 shows that spiritual compromise is more dangerous than outside attacks. Israel let their guard down, and sin crept in through temptation and idolatry. But one man's holy zeal saved the nation from further disaster. It's a call for us today to stay alert, faithful, and bold for God's holiness, especially in a world full of compromise.